can't be me, and I don't want anything.
Hey guys, I'm Crystal, and this is Yoga for Busy People. Our practice today is going to be a 35-minute vinyasa flow, and we're just really going to focus in on slowing down, connecting our breath with our bodies, and allowing ourselves to just be present as we move through the next 35 minutes. So grab something comfy to wear, meet me down on your mat in Sukhasana or easy seated position, and let's go ahead and get started. So just crossing our legs, pressing our sit bones into the earth, and we're just going to close our eyes, allowing our in-breath to enter through our nostrils and our out-breath to leave beautifully through our lips. Starting our practice today with a beautiful Zen proverb. You should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day. Unless you're too busy, then you should sit for an hour. So often, we're so busy, just running from one thing to the next, that we forget to set time aside to just breathe and focus on ourselves. So today, just allowing each in-breath to energize, fill through your body, and then using each out-breath to relax and just let go of any tension or remnants of haste. Breathing in clarity and serenity, and breathing out to completely let go. Through intentional breath work, we weave a seamless thread between our bodies and our minds, allowing the rhythm of our breath to untangle the knots of stress and busyness that often entwines us. So as we move through our practice today, let the mantra, I am here, I am present, resonate within you. And we're going to start to bring some energy and movement into our bodies. So opening our eyelids and just taking our ear towards our shoulder, and then gently coming across and bringing our other ear towards our other shoulder. And we can gently roll from one side to the next. Or we can start to tuck our chin and just making a really nice circle, creating some warmth through our cervical spine, through our head, and then repeating in the opposite direction. Just very slow, very kind. And then meeting back in the center, and we're going to use our next in-breath to lift our arms high, reaching through the fingertips as we press our sit bones into the earth, and then using the out-breath to come into a beautiful side bend, just softening down through our right arm as we reach over and across through our left. So you can keep this super chill, or we can make this more active by breathing in to revolve through our top shoulder and breathing out to reach just a little further. And we're going to take one more beautiful breath here. And then breathing our arms back up to the center, reaching just a little higher, feeling that length through our spine, and then coming to our other side and dropping back in. Just revolving on our inhale and then deepening on our out breath. Still only going as far as we can keep both hips glued to the floor. And let's take that next inhale and come back to the center, reaching even higher, pushing those sit bones deeper into our mat, and then using the out breath to gently float the hands down to the ground and just bringing the fingertips to the earth, relaxing through our shoulders, through our arms, and then in your own time, meeting me at your tabletop. So unfolding our legs under our body, stacking our knees under our hips, and then just bringing our shoulders under our wrists. We're going to allow the feet to lay flat on the ground. So the top of our foot just gently presses into the earth, And we're just going to squeeze the belly nice and tight for stability here. So just feeling some nice warmth, some support underneath our hands and knees. And then using our next in-breath to open into our cow or our Biddle Asana. So allowing the eyes to lift, pushing our tailbone back. And then on our out-breath, finding our Marjorie Asana or our cat position, rolling through our spine. And we're just going to move through these two poses, using each in-breath to lengthen into our cow and each out-breath to create beautiful flexion and warmth as we find our cat. And just moving at the speed that feels right for our breath, for our body in this moment. And we're going to take one more beautiful breath here, opening our eyes and heart. And then feeling that beautiful roll through our back. And then gently meeting back in tabletop. So neutral spine. And when it feels good, we're going to tuck our toes and we're going to meet in our downward facing dog. Spreading our fingers wide, bringing our hands and feet about shoulders distance apart. And then we can stay still, just bringing in the heels to the earth. Or we can walk our dog out. So pedaling the feet, bending one leg, as we push the other heel deeper towards the mat. Continuing to just take some slow, steady breaths here. Focusing on the journey, not the destination. One more beautiful breath, just feeling this warmth through the posterior chain or the back of our bodies. And when you're ready, we're going to settle back into both heels for our down dog. And then we're going to bend our knees and just gently step our right leg forward, softening the left knee to the earth, stacking our right ankle under our knee, and opening into our low lunge. So just allowing the back hip to drop towards the floor as we open our heart and eyes. And we're going to plant the left hand. And if it feels right, we're going to open into a twist. So peeling the right arm away, reaching for the sky, but still keeping warmth in that back hip. Breathing in to fill. Breathing out to sink. One more breath here. And we're going to float this top arm back to the earth. And we're going to step back to our down dog. And we're just going to settle back in for a couple of breaths. Either staying still in our dog or walking our dog out. Whatever your body needs, whatever it wants in this moment. One more breath. And then we're going to bend our knees and we're going to step our left leg forward, finding our low lunge on our other side. Starting with lengthening through the crown of the head on the in-breath and sinking through that back hip on your out-breath. Breathing in to open, breathing out to deepen, and then if it's right, let's add that twist on our next inhale. And just spreading our collarbone wide here, reaching through our top fingertips, feeling some really nice warmth and strength. And we're going to float this top arm down, and we're going to lift the back knee, tuck in the toes, and we're going to step the back leg in to our Uttanasana or our forward fold. So just allowing the chest to lay on our thighs here, lifting our sit bones. So in a perfect world, our legs would be straight and our chest would physically touch our thighs. But we don't live in a perfect world. So if you need a soft bend, that's okay. But just really focusing on breathing in to fill and then breathing out to ground into our feet and completely surrender through our chest and head. And our next in-breath is going to lift us to extended mountain. And our out-breath is going to sink our hips back and down, finding our chair pose. And we're going to bring the back arm over our front knee. And we're going to open through this top shoulder. And we're going to stay here for 2 beautiful breaths, just really getting warm through our legs as well as our thoracic spine. And we're going to stay low in our hips, but our next breath is going to switch sides. So using this bottom hand to push our knee away, and that's just going to give us a little more revolve in our twist and more warmth in our back. And we're going to let it go. And we're going to find our way back to Uttanasana, or our forward fold. And we're just going to surrender for 2 breaths here. Starting to get nice and warm, feeling the energy from the earth just radiate through our body as we ground down deeper into our feet, finding that Pada Bandha. And we're going to start to move, guys. So take one more breath here to recover. And then on our next in-breath, we're going to lift all the way to extended mountain, coming into sun salutations. Our out-breath is going to drop us into our forward fold, planting the wrists under the shoulders, and then breathing in and stepping the right leg back into our lunge. Our out-breath is going to step us into down dog, pressing our heels into the earth, winding up, and then breathing in to roll forward like a river through our spine, finding our plank. Knees or toes, we're going to lean forward and then lower on our out breath to our chaturanga. Elbows hug the body, and then breathing in to baby cobra, full cobra, or all the way to up dog. Out breath resets us to down dog. Push your heels deeper into the ground, and then breathing in to bend our knees and step the right foot between the hands, finding our high lunge, ankle under the knee, or dropping to the low lunge. But the out breath lifts us into the twist, peeling the right arm from the ground, pushing into the bottom hand, and then gently breathe in, float that arm back down, lean forward, pulling through the crown of the head, and then breathe out to step back in to your Uttanasana. And we're going to use the next in-breath to push the earth away as we lift higher through the chest and eyes. And that out-breath swan dives us forward into our fold. And we're going to do it all on the other side. So inhale, left leg back, drop the back hip, feel the warmth and strength in the legs, and then step back into down dog, pushing your palms deeper into the earth. Breathe in and push out of all 10 toes, tucking our chin, chest forward of our hands, and breathe out to lower with control and strength. When you're ready, exploding from the earth, pushing the mat away, and down dog is where we meet, allowing the breath and body to settle. Our next breath bends the knees, steps the left leg into our high lunge or low lunge. Bring the right hand down and peel the left arm away, reaching higher. We're here for 1 breath, and then we float that top arm down, pushing out of the back toes to create more length in the spine, and stepping in to our Uttanasana for a quick recovery. Breathe in deep, and let's lift back to the sky. So driving our hips forward, leaning back, feel the extension in the spine. Use the out breath to dive forward, pushing deeper into the heels. Our right foot, big step back, right? Low and loaded. From here, find your down dog on the out breath. Push all the way back, pulling your armpits towards the earth, and breathe in to roll forward. Feel that beautiful energy. And when you're ready, out breath to lower. And we're going to lift. And maybe you stay here squeezing the shoulder blades, or maybe the thighs come all the way off the ground today, guys. Down dog is where we're going to meet. This is where everything changes. The next in-breath, right leg, 3-legged dog. Lifted high, point the toes to the sky. Out breath, our right knee comes to our nose, stacking our shoulders over our wrists. Out breath pushes our leg out higher. And then the next in-breath is going to step the right leg forward, finding this beautiful alignment. And the out breath opens us into the twist, or not. Stay here for 1 extra breath this time. Breathing in to reach higher. Breathing out to sink into the back hip. And then the next in-breath floats this arm down. Push the ground away and open the heart. And then step in on the exhale to our Uttanasana. And we're going to do this all one more time. So breathing in to rise. reach, and then breathing out to completely let go. And if you're breathing heavy, we're doing it right. In breath, left leg, how far back can you step? How much muscular activation can you recruit? Out breath, down dog. Wind it up. Feel that power through the shoulders, and then breathe in to push and roll forward. Bring the chest as far forward as you can, and we're gonna descend on the exhale with control. How tight can you keep your elbows? Breathe in, explode out of the ground. Feel that power. Feel that energy, and then breathe out. Reset into your down dog. This is where it changes, the add-on. In breath, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Out breath, everything rolls forward, knee to nose. In breath, push it out longer. Bottom heel presses into the earth. And then that next breath is gonna step us through into our lunge, pushing this front foot deeper into the earth, and then peeling the left arm away from the ground, reaching higher to the sky. And we're gonna stay here for one additional breath. Breathing in to rise and fill, breathing out to sink and deepen. And the next inhale floats our arm to the ground as our eyes come forward. And the next exhale steps us in to our forward fold. And we earned it, so stay here. So if you're breathing heavy, guys, you should be. That is the fastest we are gonna move today. Allow this Uttanasana to recover your breath and body. Lifting our sit bones high, grounding down deeper into our feet. So if you want a little more, we can advance our Uttanasana into our ragdoll or hangout pose by bringing our palms to the opposite elbow, still surrendering our chest to our thighs, but then gently swinging from one side to the next as we continue to breathe in through our nose, breathe out of our mouth, and just slowing down through our bodies and breath. One more beautiful breath here. And if you're in ragdoll or hangout pose, we're gonna release the arms and just bring the fingertips back to the earth, just finding support for one more breath in our fold. And then when it feels good, we're gonna roll up vertebrae by vertebrae and find our way to Tadasana or mountain pose. And we're just gonna stay here for a second, relaxing through our shoulders, opening our heart and eyes, and feeling grounded and supported by the mat underneath us. And then let it go. And we're gonna come into our warrior two. So starting on our right side, the right foot is gonna turn out to the side, stacking our right ankle under our knee, and the left foot is pointed forward. The distance between the feet is gonna determine how challenging this is for the legs. So the wider they are, the harder this will be, and the closer they are, the easier. But settle in for what's right for you, and then just breathe in to lift your arms, and breathe out to settle, both feet deeper into the earth. Feeling the in-breath, expand our ribs, and the out-breath, connect us deeper to the earth and activate more muscle fibers through our lower body. One more breath here. Keeping our legs exactly as they are. We're gonna reach back for our reverse warrior. So our knee ankle alignment remains the same, and we're just taking this back rib and we're pushing it towards the hip to open through this front side body, creating more space. Allowing our in-breath to revolve our top shoulder and our out-breath to reach just a little further through these top fingertips. One more breath here. And our legs stay as they are, squeezing our thighs and belly. And we're gonna windmill our arms. And then from here, guys, we're gonna step the back leg in gently. And we're gonna set ourselves up for our half moon or Ardha Chandrasana. So steadying our gaze. You can stay on the ground the entire time, just focusing on opening the arms, or we can take flight by lifting off through our back leg, stacking our hips and shoulders, and then reaching out as far as we can through all 10 fingertips. Breathing in to fill and breathing out to dive a little further as we push into our supporting foot. And we're going to take one more beautiful breath here. Feeling the in-breath lengthen. Feeling the out-breath take us even further. And when it feels right, floating our back leg to the earth. And we're going to shake out our legs. And we're just going to do everything on the other side. So starting with warrior 2, finding our ankle-knee alignment. Our heels are parallel. And our chest faces the side wall, or the same direction as this back foot. Squeezing our thighs and belly. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to sink. And as we stay here, the edge of this back foot, the outside edge, actively rolls into the earth. Feel the difference in connection and activation. And our next breath is going to bring the arms behind us for reverse warrior. Softening our bottom shoulder as we reach through our top arm. And it's never about perfection. It's about progression. It's about just finding what feels right for you right now. One more breath. And our legs stay where they are. And let's windmill our arms back. And let's set up for Ardha Chandrasana, or half moon on our other side. So stepping in. And if you need to adjust. But we're going to bend this front leg. Find the space first. Squeeze the belly tight for stability. And then when you're ready, start to just gently lift off. And what's right on one side might be totally different on the other. And not only is that okay, but it's absolutely beautiful. Using our in-breath to fill. Using each out-breath to deepen. One more breath here. And come on down. And we're going to meet in our angel or palm tree. So feet about hip distance or shoulders distance apart. We're going to clasp the fingers together, creating our halo or the top of our palm tree. And from here, we're just going to lift our heels, squeezing our thighs together, and then just lifting our heart and eyes all the way to the sky. And your heels just might be slightly lifted or a micro lift, and that's okay. We're all here together. One more breath. And then let it go. Beautiful, guys. And we're going to come into our full tree. So we're going to start on our right. Our right heel is going to come to the left ankle. We can hang out here on the ground the entire time, or we can take our heel into our thigh or anywhere in between. Woo. But we're going to start with our palms together at the center of our heart today. Breathing in, filling through our lungs, and breathing out to press deeper into our roots. And you might stay here, and that's okay. Just feeling the in-breath lift us, and the out-breath strengthen us. One more big in-breath, and one more big out-breath. So you can continue on here, or use your next in-breath to lift your branches high and wide. And you can either just stay here, opening as wide as you can, or we can play with our tree by gently swaying our branches in the wind from one side to the next. Just settling our gaze here, finding our symbol of strength and stability to focus in on as we play or as we hold. One more breath. And then meet me back in the center. And we're just going to allow the arms to fall and dissipate any tension and completely relax. And then fall forward into your Uttanasana or forward folds. Just resetting and letting go of our lower back here. Breathing in to fill. Breathing out to collapse just a little deeper. One more in-breath. One more out-breath. And then rolling back up to Tadasana, and we're going to find our tree on our other side. So taking our left heel to our right ankle or all the way up, breathing our palms together and settling back into our roots, allowing our in-breath to enter beautifully through our nose and our out-breath to leave through our mouth. And just exploring how strong do you feel in this moment? How sturdy is your tree? You can stay exactly as you are, or on our next in-breath, allowing our branches to lift and open. And maybe we stay here, or maybe we start to sway from one side to the next. And if you're shaking, that's a good sign. It means your body is adapting to the challenge that we're putting it under. And that's actually how we build functional strength and create healthier, happier bodies. So commit to the challenge and give me one more beautiful breath here. Whatever feels right for you. And then meet me back in the center and gently release and float everything back to the earth. And we're going to release into our fold. Once again, just settling into our body and breath. Breathing in to fill. Breathing out to let go. If you need water, this is the time, guys, because this is your recovery. Letting go through the out breath. Filling on the in breath. And we're going to take one more beautiful breath here. And then together, we're all going to meet down on the mat. So we're going to take our left leg, just folding it under our right and finding our way to our seated lotus. Our right foot is either going to come to the earth, our shin, or our knee, or you can go for full cow face pose. Pushing our sit bones into the earth, and now finding support in our fingertips and just lifting our eyes and heart to the sky. Each in-breath lifts the crown of our head, and each out-breath is going to press our hips deeper into the earth. And this should feel so delicious, so warm. We can stay here or on our next in-breath, breathing our right arm across our left knee and then planting the left palm and starting to add a beautiful rotation. Breathing in to lift and fill, and breathing out to rotate a little further, creating some beautiful warmth through our thoracic spine, and just exploring how far we can take our eyes. One more breath. And we're going to let it go. And we're going to uncross our legs, and we're going to do everything on the other side. And what's right on one side might be totally different on the other. So settling back in. Now our left leg is on top, our right leg is folded underneath, pressing our sit bones deep into the earth. And we're going to start right here. So if your knees are lifted, that's okay. We're trying to press them down, but we all look different because we are all different. So whatever feels right for your body, just commit to it. Having grace, having patience, because yoga is a journey. And just slowing down right now into this moment. You can stay here or use your next breath to extend the left leg or the left arm across our right knee and then plant the right hand to the earth. Breathing in to lift and fill, and then breathing out to revolve. Continuing to anchor our hips into the floor and just twisting a little further with each out breath. And we're going to take one more breath here. And then gently letting go. And we're going to completely release our legs. And we're going to turn to the side. So scooting our sit bones or our hips to the center of our mat, extending our legs out, and we're going to pull our flesh away from our sit bones, finding our dandasana or our staff pose, lifting the crown of the head, and now pressing the back of our legs deep into the earth. And just feeling this reset through our breath here. And we're going to take one more beautiful breath in. And one more beautiful breath out. And now we're going to start to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. So feeling this strength through our core and the control of our body. And yours might look totally different than mine. And that is okay. But once you have melted your back into the earth, we're going to hug our knees into our chest and just loving our bodies in this moment. You can stay still or start to make small circles with our knees, just exploring how much space we can create, how warm we can make our spine. And then we're going to repeat in the opposite direction, just balancing our body out. And then meeting back in the center, allowing our left leg to extend out and finding our way to our supine twist. So bringing our left hand to the outside of our right knee and then gently guiding our right leg across the left, stacking our hips, opening our chest wide, and then pressing both shoulders deep into the floor here. Allowing our knee to only go as far as both shoulders can stay settled into the ground. And just feeling each breath as it lands in our body. One more big in-breath. One more big out-breath. And we're going to come back to the center and we're just going to switch sides. So now the right leg extends out and the left knee folds over, allowing our head to fall in the opposite direction of our bent knee. Back to the center. Hugging our knees, returning to those small circles. And then when it feels good, switching directions and repeating. And then finding our way back to the center, extending our legs long, and surrendering into our Shavasana or our corpse pose. Finding a comfortable position for our body. Letting go of any control we have over our arms and legs. Softening our eyelids. Closing our eyes. And bringing all of our attention and focus back into our breathing. Allowing our in-breath to gently fill and expand through our chest. And then as we breathe out, letting go of any tension, any busyness we might be carrying with us. Inhaling deeply through our nose, drawing in a sense of calm and relaxation. And then exhaling slowly through our mouth, letting go of any worries, any distractions. With each breath, imagine yourself shedding layers of haste and stress, revealing the tranquility that lies within you. As we continue to breathe, repeat the following affirmations, either silently or aloud. I embrace the gift of stillness. In this moment, I am free from hurry. My breath is a soothing rhythm that guides me. As we let these affirmations resonate within us, continuing to breathe and just bringing some focus back into our breath. So as we take our next inhale, breathing in for a count of 4. Holding for a brief moment at the top, and then exhaling for a count of 6, completely releasing any remnants of tension or haste, and just feeling your back melt down into your mat. Allowing each in-breath to fill and expand through our lungs and ribs. Finding that beautiful moment of stillness at the top, and then completely hollowing through our tummy on our out-breath, releasing the chaos, the busyness of our routine, of our week, and surrendering to healing at the bottom as we find that beautiful separation of the out-breath and the in-breath. One of my favorite quotes is, "You can't stop the waves, but you can definitely learn how to surf." In yoga, we learn to surf the waves of life with grace and poise, no longer swept away by the current of haste, but riding the waves with intention, breathing in peace and stillness, and breathing out anything that doesn't bring us happiness or healing. And finally, we are going to start to make our way back, bringing some energy and slow movement into our bodies. So wiggling our fingers and our toes, very soft, very kind. And then making small, soft circles with our wrists and our ankles. And gently repeating in the opposite direction. And when it feels right, gently bringing our knees into our chest, hugging our knees, and then making our way back to our Sukhasana or our easy seated position. Keeping our eyes closed and just giving ourselves the gift of being present. Together, we are going to take one final big breath. So as we take our next inhale, lifting our arms and bringing our palms together at the top. And as we breathe out, lowering our hands to the center of our heart, opening our eyes, and coming back into our day. Take this meditation into your week, knowing that you have the power to slow down, to find solace in your stillness, and to be completely present. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me today. I hope that you bring slowness into your week, and I hope to see you at our next session. Have a fantastic week, and until I see you next time, stay active, stay healthy and happy.